One of the toughest jobs and probably one of the most noble jobs in all of the whole world is nursing. But imagine working day and night, going through all that schooling, working overtime, trying to help people, and still not being able to afford a detached house in Burlington. Because I'm going to show you how out of reach Burlington has gotten for a lot of people. You need 2 or 3 incomes, or you need rich parents, or you need money tied up in your own house to be able to transfer it to the next house, because the down payment needed right now to buy a detached house in Burlington is $291,000. Like, just ask yourself like how hard it is to save that kind of money, especially when you're running a household, like paying for kids stuff, cars, insurance, gas, food. Like, it's crazy. Saving that kind of money can take several years. Like I said, unless you have high paying jobs or you have 2 or 3 incomes. Average price for a detached house right now is $1.45 million, and that has not jumped much. So I guess that's a little bit of good news because prices are relatively flat when you compare it to last year. 1.45 this March, which is we're still in the middle of March, and 1.43 last March 2023. Freehold townhomes doing a little bit better because they are below the $1 million mark, so you don't need the automatic 20% down payment. Down payment needed to buy a freehold townhouse right now is $71,000, and average price right now in the middle of March is $959,000. Like I said before, prices are relatively flat because they have only jumped up about $10,000 compared to last year. Now let's look at condos, condo buildings only. This is a lot more user friendly, I guess. Down payment needed $36,000. And average price right now is $611,000 in Burlington, and compared to last year, only jumping about $5,000. So that is a little bit of good news because condos are still somewhat affordable. If you're looking for some silver lining in all the craziness that's going on in the market as a buyer, the new listings are up. That is good news because if there is no, I mean, there is more and more inventory coming up all the time, especially like new listings, active listings. That means there's less pressure on a buyer to go crazy at a bidding war situation. So do not panic buy because there are new listings coming up. You can see here the gap was pretty tight when you compare the February numbers, like the gap between sales and active listings, not much right there. So it was pretty tight, but it is widening. Right now we're sitting in March. This is how many homes have sold, and this is how many are available. So this will change by the end of the month, but hopefully not too much. Hopefully the gap doesn't tighten too much because that means there's less inventory. That means there's more pressure to bid on whatever comes up. And if you guys want a 5-year comparison, like what has been happening for the last 5 years, we have kind of canceled what happened in 2022 because the prices are pretty similar to what was happening in 2021. You can see here like 1.42 and 1.45 comparing March only. So these are March stats, 2021 to 2024. And like I said, compared to last year, they're pretty flat. Not much has changed. But this is where all the craziness was happening. Like, this is, hopefully you were not one of the unlucky ones who ended up buying at the peak of the market, because the prices for detached homes, they're down about $200,000 compared to 2022. And for freehold townhomes, they're a little bit higher than 200, like about $240,000. And for condominiums, they are down about $100,000 and $140,000. So hopefully you were not one of the unlucky ones who bought at the wrong time. Now, if you want to look at what's happening on the MLS right now, today, right now there are 415 listings available on the Toronto MLS. Out of that, 61 of them have had to do a price drop because they were not getting the price they were looking for. And about more than 50% of them have been on the market for longer than 3 weeks, which is a good sign, which means you don't need to panic as soon as a new listing comes up, because all you ever see on social media is the stuff that sells in 3-4 days, $300,000 over asking. But the stats show over half of them have been on the market for longer than 3 weeks. So the market's not crazy. It is busier than a few months ago, but it's nothing like crazy like 2022 or the spring of 2023. And so far in March, we had 59 cancellations. Not canceled, like sometimes they just cancel because they're not happy with the market and they never come back. But mostly from what I've seen, a lot of them do end up being relisted at a new more friendly price to get the sale moving. So hopefully this helps you guys out. If you guys need any help buying or selling in Burlington, you can call or text me at this number. I'll see you next time. Thanks. Bye.